Good morning, everyone. It's such a joy to be with you today. I want to talk to you about something that can change your life, a subject that can bring you peace, freedom, and joy. Today, we're going to talk about how to emotionally detach. We all face situations in life that test us. We all have emotions that pull at us. But I want to remind you today, you are stronger than your emotions. You don't have to be controlled by what's going on around you. The key to emotional detachment begins when you realize that your strength doesn't come from your circumstances, it comes from within. I want you to know today that you are more than what happens to you. You may have gone through difficult situations, maybe even faced pain or disappointment, but that doesn't define you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God has placed in you everything you need to rise above any emotional storm. You don't have to be stuck in what happened yesterday. You can let go, you can move forward, and you can step into a brighter tomorrow. One of the most important things we need to do when it comes to emotionally detaching is to let go of negative attachments. I know it's not easy. Many of us carry around old hurts, past regrets, things that didn't go the way we wanted. But listen to me, when you hold on to those negative emotions, they hold on to you. They weigh you down, they keep you stuck. Today, I want you to make a choice to release those things. Release the hurt, release the bitterness, release the disappointments. God has great things in store for you, but you can't embrace the new if you're still holding on to the old. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore and trust that God has a better plan. When we trust in God's timing, we can emotionally detach from outcomes. We don't need to know how everything is going to work out. I want you to hear this: you are not in control of the timeline. God's timing is always perfect. He sees the big picture. He knows what's best for you. So stop worrying, stop trying to control the details. Trust that He's got it all under control. Your job is to keep moving forward in faith, knowing that His plan is greater than anything you can imagine. Lastly, emotional detachment is about focusing on your growth. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, when you put your energy into your health, your dreams, your purpose, you'll find that the things that used to hold you back no longer have a hold on you. You are too busy living the life that God has called you to live to be distracted by things that drain your energy. Keep your eyes on the prize. When you focus on growth, you'll naturally detach from things that are not helping you grow. So today I encourage you, choose to detach emotionally. Release the past, trust in God's plan, and focus on your growth. You don't have to be controlled by your emotions. You have the power to rise above them. And when you do, you will step into a place of peace, freedom, and joy. God has great things ahead for you. Trust His timing, focus on your growth, and know that you are in control of your peace. You see, many times we allow external circumstances to define who we are. We think that our emotions, our reactions, or the challenges we face are what shape us. But I want to tell you today, your true strength doesn't come from your circumstances, it comes from within. Each one of you has been equipped with a resilience that is unmatched. God has placed something inside of you, an unshakable strength that is ready to rise up when you face adversity. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially when life throws curveballs. But I want you to realize that even in the most difficult moments, you are not weak. You are built for more than what you're going through. You may feel like you've been knocked down, but there is a power in you that is rising right now, ready to move you forward. When you understand your inner strength, you stop seeing yourself as a victim. You stop seeing yourself as someone defined by their problems, by their disappointments, or by their failures. You begin to see yourself as a victor. You realize that no matter what comes your way, you have what it takes to face it, to overcome it, and to move beyond it. God didn't create you to be overcome by your emotions. He didn't place you on this earth to be dominated by fear, anger, or sadness. No, He created you with a spirit of power, love, and sound mind. And when you tap into that inner strength, you'll find that you're capable of so much more than you ever imagined. This strength is not about pushing your emotions aside or pretending they don't exist. No, it's about acknowledging your feelings, but not allowing them to dictate your actions. It's about knowing that even in the face of challenges, you can stand tall, you can keep moving forward, and you can trust that the strength within you is greater than anything you're up against. When you recognize that you have the power to choose how you respond, when you understand that your peace doesn't have to be dictated by your circumstances, you begin to live from a place of true strength. It's in those moments when you feel like giving up that your inner strength rises up the strongest. It's when you think you have nothing left that you realize you've got more power in you than you thought possible. So today I want you to remind yourself you are stronger than you know. You are not defined by what has happened to you or by the struggles you faced. You are defined by the strength that God has placed within you. When you stand on that foundation, nothing, no emotional setback, no difficulty, no storm can ever take away your peace or your purpose. Letting go of negative attachments is one of the most powerful steps you can take to emotionally detach. Many of us, whether we realize it or not, hold on to past hurts, grudges, and disappointments. These negative attachments may seem like they're a part of us, but they are not. They are just experiences that we have lived through, not something that needs to define us forever. When we hold on to these negative emotions, resentment, anger, bitterness, we allow them to control our lives. They take up space in our hearts and minds, keeping us stuck in the past. Each time we relive those painful memories or think about the wrongs that have been done to us, we are giving away our peace. We are allowing something that happened in the past to dictate how we feel today. Letting go doesn't mean that what happened wasn't important. It doesn't mean that we ignore the pain or pretend it didn't hurt. Letting go means choosing not to let those emotions control us any longer. It means refusing to carry the burden of someone else's actions or the weight of your past mistakes. It's about taking back the power that was taken from you. When you hold on to negative attachments, it's like carrying around a heavy backpack filled with stones. Every time you add another layer of bitterness, frustration, or anger, you make that backpack heavier. The longer you carry it, the more tired you become, and the more difficult it is to move forward. But the moment you decide to release those emotions, to forgive, to stop holding on to what's holding you back, you begin to feel lighter, freer, and more at peace. You see, it's not about the person who hurt you or the situation that went wrong. It's about taking control of your own heart. It's about not allowing anyone or anything to have the power to steal your joy, your peace, or your future. You get to choose how much power your past has over you, and I want you to choose to let go of those negative attachments that have kept you from moving forward. This is not a one-time decision, it's a daily choice. Every day, you have the opportunity to release the weight of the past and focus on the future. Every day, you have the choice to let go of the negative emotions and step into the freedom that comes from forgiveness. It's not about forgetting what happened, it's about choosing to no longer be emotionally connected to those things. When you make the decision to let go, you make room for healing, for growth, and for peace to enter your life. Trusting in God's timing is one of the most important aspects of emotionally detaching. So often we want things to happen on our schedule and the way we envision. We set goals, make plans, and hope that life unfolds according to our own timeline. But here's the truth: God's timing is perfect. It's not always the way we expect or hope, but it's always for our good. When we trust in God's timing, we release the pressure of trying to make things happen on our own. We let go of the anxiety of wondering if we're on the right path or if things are ever going to change. God knows what we need, and He knows when we need it. He's never early and He's never late. His timing is always just right. When we try to rush ahead, when we push things to happen on our own, we often end up feeling frustrated or disappointed because things don't unfold the way we want it. But when we surrender our timing to God, we find peace in knowing that He is at work, even when we can't see it. There will be times when we wonder why things aren't happening the way we expected. We may question why the breakthrough hasn't come or why the door hasn't opened yet. But in those moments, we need to remind ourselves that God's timing is not just about a specific outcome. It's about building our character, our trust, and our faith in Him. Sometimes the waiting season is exactly what we need to prepare us for what's coming next. It's in the waiting that God molds us, strengthens us, and teaches us patience. We may not understand why things are delayed, but trust that He is doing something behind the scenes. When we trust in God's timing, we learn to release the need for control. We stop stressing over when things will happen, and instead we focus on doing the right things today. We don't have to have everything figured out right now. We just need to trust that God's plan is unfolding in the best way possible. Even when things don't make sense to us, we trust that God is orchestrating everything for our benefit. What seems like a setback may actually be setting us up for something even better. What feels like a delay may be preparing us for the right opportunity at the right moment. Trusting God's timing also means that we don't have to fear the future. We don't need to be anxious about what's coming next. God has already gone before us. He knows every step we'll take. So instead of trying to rush through life or force things to happen, we can rest in the assurance that God has already planned every detail of our journey. There's no need to be stressed about what hasn't happened yet because God is in control and He's never going to let you down. Trusting in God's timing allows us to detach emotionally from the uncertainty and frustration of waiting. It gives us the confidence that everything is going according to His perfect plan. When we trust in God's timing, we find peace and assurance, knowing that His ways are higher than our ways, and His timing is always for our good. Focusing on personal growth is one of the most powerful ways to emotionally detach from negativity, pain, and distractions. So easy to get caught up in what's going wrong, what we're missing, or what we wish were different. We can become so fixated on the things outside of us, the people, the circumstances, that we forget about the one thing we truly have control over ourselves. Personal growth is the key to shifting our focus from the things that weigh us down to the things that lift us up. When we focus on growing, we begin to invest in our own well-being physically, mentally, and spiritually. We choose to improve, to learn, and to become better versions of ourselves, regardless of what's happening around us. Personal growth is about becoming the person you were always meant to be, not in spite of your struggles, but because of them. Every challenge, every setback, every disappointment is an opportunity for growth. They don't define you, they refine you. The obstacles you face today are the stepping stones for the strength and wisdom you'll carry into tomorrow. Too often we become emotionally attached to past failures, missed opportunities, or hurts that have left their mark on us. But when you shift your focus to growth, those things no longer hold you back. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start seeing yourself as a learner, someone who can take the lessons from every experience and turn them into fuel for your future. Growth doesn't happen when we stay stuck in our old ways of thinking or reacting. Growth happens when we embrace change, when we step out of our comfort zones, and when we commit to becoming better today than we were yesterday. Personal growth is not about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about showing up every day with the intention to move forward, even if it's just a little bit at a time. It's about setting healthy boundaries, developing new skills, and building emotional resilience. The more you focus on becoming a better version of yourself, the less energy you'll have to invest in things that don't serve you. You'll no longer have time to dwell on past mistakes or hold on to emotions that aren't helping you move forward. Personal growth shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. It changes your perspective from frustration to inspiration, from feeling stuck to feeling empowered. One of the most beautiful things about personal growth is that it's a lifelong journey. There's always room to improve, always new things to learn, and always ways to grow. When you focus on that journey, when you put your energy into developing your mind, body, and spirit, you detach from the need for approval, from the desire for validation from others, and from the emotional baggage of the past. You realize that you don't need to rely on outside circumstances to find fulfillment. True fulfillment comes from knowing that you are always growing, always evolving, always becoming the person God created you to be. In conclusion, emotionally detaching is not about shutting off our feelings or avoiding the challenges life brings. It's about recognizing that we have the inner strength to rise above our circumstances, letting go of negative attachments, trusting in God's perfect timing, and focusing on personal growth. When we understand our true worth and strength, we stop allowing external factors to control our peace. We release the emotional baggage that weighs us down, trusting that God is working everything for our good. By embracing growth, we move forward with purpose, knowing that every step we take is a step toward a stronger, more fulfilled life. Today, I encourage you to choose emotional freedom to trust God, let go of what no longer serves you, and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. You have everything inside of you to live a life of peace, joy, and growth. Thank you. And may God bless you.